Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Marcelo. He's pretty much a defender in name alone, to be honest, because his biggest contributions always seem to come at the other end of the pitch. He's great at controlling the ball when under pressure and seems to have a great knack for finding that half a yard to dig out a cross. He's got a decent shot too, so his teammates will be looking to bring him into play at every opportunity, I would think.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Nicely weighted ball. And he's cut it out. Xavi. Now it's Saviola. Nice looking ball. Good ball over the top. Ferdinand promptly onto that, and that is that. Marcelo. That pass has been well intercepted. Not the most accurate pass. Played back to the goalkeeper. Schmeichel, a keeper with complete command over his defence. And he's intervened well there. Kvaratskhelia is onto this. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Kvaratskhelia going face-to-face with his great rival. Zola, and this is Ibrahimovic.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Saviola. Now that looks a decent ball. That's very neat. And it's Xavi. Yaya Toure. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, great Kvaratskhelia! Goal, Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege.
Chance for a shot! It's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Manchester United restore parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Puskás. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Toure gets over and intercepts, looking for a runner. It's a pretty loose pass. Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. Bale is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. It's an inviting looking ball, that. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Manchester United disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Bale. Can he get it through? Zola in acres of space out wide. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that is the end of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And that's the second half started. That's a shade optimistic. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And the finish! Superb goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Marcelo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Aimed beyond the defence. Zola gets into a good position. And that's a throw-in. Bale. Yaya Toure. Now it's Saviola. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Puskas. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Knocks it into space. Stood up well to him there. Pullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Pullet. Schmeichel. That's been cut out, well played. Zola. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Pass somewhat off target. Zola is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
No, it's come to nothing. Saviola might just make this. Pullet, renowned for his long-range shooting, spread it left. Oh, he's found support out wide. And it's claimed by the keeper. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Xavi. He's a sharp little ball here. Out of play for a goal kick.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 25.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Ibrahimovic. Lasciano il campo per il numero 10. Neymar. Il numero 14.
Bale.
Eto'o. Il numero 11. Cambio di giocatori.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And here's Eto'o. And he's quick to return it. Takes aim and crosses. Looking for the run. Now it's Pele. Driving forward. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Eto. Timber. It's a searching pass. Oh, well measured. Bale is herring after that one. And this is Cruyff. Oh, that's fabulous. And that has been cleared. Desperate defending required here. Collar getting this one clear. Yaya Toure. The ball has bounced loose now. Vardiol. Can he get on the end of this? Decent chance!
Manchester United really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And he's managed to get free. He has found a way through. Skims one in. And he can thump it away. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Kvaratskhelia picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, forget form, forget stats, this is a derby game and conventional wisdom goes out of the window. Milan's two football behemoths limber up to do battle once more, and the prospect is tantalising. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The Milan derby, one of the most eagerly anticipated games in the world. Yet another edition of this never-ending rivalry, Jim.
Well, Peter, a derby with over a century of history and two huge institutions. It's a game, no matter what the dynamic or the significance, has always been a really highly charged affair that's utterly unmissable, and I expect this one to be no different.
Things already rolling. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. This familiar tale ready to be retold. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. But that has been slung wide. Bale's cross. That has been knocked clear. Philip Lahm, Jim Beglin, one of the greatest fullbacks ever, perhaps.
Oh, without doubt, Peter. He's definitely in that category when it comes to legendary players. I don't think I've seen someone as adaptable, as dependable, both going forward and having to get back too. Plus, he's got that excellent leadership he's always displayed, and he's won everybody's respect.
Yeah, and once described by one of the world's greatest managers as the most... Kvaratskhelia! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Kvaratskhelia. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, they could break here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Ball's gone astray. Timber made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Ferdinand gets over and intercepts. Knocks it into space. Solar. He's found a way and Solar! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Threads one in. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, this looks sharp. Tries to play it through. And that pass is somewhat... Could be danger here! Pullet chasing after it. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Cruyff. He's picked his way through.
There they go, hunting again.
Toure defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. This might spell danger. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Cruyff. Lovely feet. Vitinha plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Tries a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Pullet tries to clear.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Milan have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So we're underway for the second half. Milan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Pull it. Well, that's beautifully weighted. That's put paid to the danger. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. It is a corner, good chance. Corner number 2 then. And he shoots! And he can thump it away. Great vision. Lam is wide and looking to get onto this. And he gets rid in a hurry. And that has left him in a heap. And this is Zola. Looking for options for movement. He is through here. Lovely bit of skill. And that is headed for the middle.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And this is Eto'o. Eto'o. He's through. Eto'o! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Eto'o really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 25. Viene sostituito con il numero 10. Neymar.
Ferdinand is there and he can get that clear. Kvaratskhelia.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Puskas. Bale hangs in across. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
And the counter is on now then. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Pull it. Big chance to get at them. That's a cute ball. Pull it. Looking to receive it in space.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route, but
takes a shot.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8, numero 5, numero 22, numero 20. Ibrahimovic. Lasciano il campo per il numero 18.
And it's Davids. And this is it. Snyder! It's in! Inter are back in business. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Ronaldinho. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get it through? And the through ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now, can they get him away? And this is Neymar.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And now they can clear their lines. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Bale puts them all in. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
That is a brilliant interception. Deftly away. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows. And a header! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kvaratskhelia, Ibrahimovic. Kvaratskhelia showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ferdinand makes the interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Quarter of an hour played. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Tries to play it through. And reclaimed it in a trice.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And he cuts out the supply. Well, there's the clearance. Bale. And he can clear it away. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Tanucci just loves to go forward whenever he can. Nice looking ball. There's the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And that was very necessary. Just about within shooting range. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Ferdinand cuts out the pass. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Stam gets it away. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Messi. Now it's Pelé. Oh, delightful ball. Tanucci. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Yaya Toure conjures time and space where few can. Bale.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Azar. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Kvaratskhelia. Bale receives it in a wide position.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
And he's managed to get rid. Ferdinand. Now it's Pelé. Can he get it through? And it's come back to the keeper. Van der Sar sends that a long way. And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo finds himself offside. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan leading by one at the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Panucci. And it's Yaya Toure. Milan have a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And he's had it nicked away. Messi. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And this is... and a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Brazil appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Gullit stood his ground strongly. Cleared without hesitation. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Gets a good foot in there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Pelé, and this is Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Gullit. And Gullit! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Gullit really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Defending of the desperate variety. It's loose here and they'll want to reclaim it. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Hangs in, getting up there! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
No, that was never going to make it. Yaya Toure. Well-timed, excellent interception. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Can they get him away? Tries to pass it through. Good read, needed to be. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product.
And the finish! And it's in! There seemed no way back, but they are level. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 25.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. And there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Cruyff.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now that's well seen too. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Il quarto uomo indica
Tidily. 2 minutes to be added on. Bale promptly onto that, and that is that. And that will be the final act. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Tries to pass it through. He has a look up. There's the shot! That was probably asking just too much. Pull it. That's a good ball. And Shevchenko! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
really anticipates.
Chance! It's a loose ball. That's a fair try, but just off target. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And a header! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Cayman Islands are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Corner number 2 then. That's the keeper's ball. Cayman Islands have the chance to go the other way. Oh, well measured. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and...
Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Milan! And Milan have the lead. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Shot a goal! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Some heroic goalkeeping. But even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age.
Ibrahimovic! Glorious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
And it's Hullet. Hullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Tanucci, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, can he get onto this? Ronaldinho. Thuram demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bale, and this is Ronaldinho. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Ferdinand, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Tries from a long way out. Nesta gets it away, and the volley. Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Not the most accurate pass. And it's Sneijder. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Vigo couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Sneijder. It's Sneijder! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Sneijder clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hullet, and he's managed to get free. Ronaldinho. He's had a shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
So, third corner of the game. Terrific effort! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Vieira. And here's Ibrahimovic. Clipped into space. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Either side holding back here, it has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Milan are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good spread. Figo delivers. Another chance from a corner. Cayman Islands have their second corner now. Oh, he's been caught napping. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. He'll try from distance. Oh, a very decent attempt. Thuram makes the interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ronaldinho! Deftly away. Tanucci. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieira. Schneider can see things others simply cannot. Searching passes played there. Eto being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Yaya Toure. And it's Ronaldinho. Very nicely done. Spread out to the left. That has ended up in no man's land. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Nuno Mendes. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Mendes picks it up out wide. Nuno Mendes. Roberto Carlos. Tries to play it through. And this is Schneider. And he's there to belt it away. Maldini. Nuno Mendes plays a sharp little ball here.
Cayman Islands really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. No way through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bale going forward. And that is a little under... Shevchenko! And that would have been game, set and match.
Shevchenko really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
They're up
10,
to 5 corners now.
Numero 24, Ronaldinho. Numero 7, lasciano il campo per il numero 25, il numero 14, il numero 20, cambio di
I think
giocatore.
the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Another one of football's and how moments.
Puskas really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that. That's going in strongly.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pinches it off him. Deftly away. Makaleli. Mohamed Salah. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bale. And he lines up. Getting up there!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pass somewhat off target. In towards the back stick.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Well, and it's been given away. Goes for a shot! And it's in! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Well, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Puskas has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Yaya Toure. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Now it's Eto'o. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Ronaldinho.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's shifting through the gears here. And that is that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Eto'o taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.